As we live through what feels like the credit card apocalypse in the premium credit card world, we are starting to see annual fee hikes to the Chase Sapphire Reserve to $795, the American Express Platinum allegedly getting a lift to $895. The Ritz Carlton is now getting rumored to hike upwards to that $700 standpoint, and we just saw guest access stripped away from the Capital One Venture X. It may be confusing on where you should be going with your credit card roadmap after these changes, which is why in this video, I'm going to talk about why I am going all in on the Hilton ecosystem and how I'm aligning my credit cards to complete this goal on going all in hotel credit cards. To give you guys some backstory, prior to making this Hilton decision, I have been a World of Hyatt fanboy to the max. I have almost every single Chase credit card, and all my redemptions were centered around luxury Hyatt properties. I've stayed starting in Cabo San Lucas to Spain to Capri to Barcelona. I can go on and on, but Hyatt has always been my go to. But late last year and kind of 2024, early this year, I made the decision that I want to kind of change my habits and go all in on Hilton. And the first reason why I made this change was the ease of starting with a player two setup. Being that my wife isn't into the credit card game, while she loves the benefits, she does not like navigating through it and kind of maximizing these rewards. So I have access to pretty much unlimited credit card applications. So when I started the Hilton Ladder, you always start with the $0 annual fee and you work your way up the ladder. And the main reason what caught my appeal was the free night credit offer that the Hilton Honors had at the time. So if you have a two-player setup, you would apply for the 70,000 point offer plus the free night credit. Now you have around $350 worth of Hilton points plus a free night credit. And then you refer your player two. You're going to get another $100 worth of points plus an additional 70,000 points and another free night credit. So still at that kind of first tier of the Hilton ecosystem, you now have close to $700 to $800 of points plus two free night credits, which can exceed in the thousands of dollars. This caught my eye, especially seeing the second tier being the Hilton Surpass. Not going too ahead into the video, guys, the Hilton Surpass is my daily driver at this point, and it is one of my favorite credit cards in my entire rotation. But copying the same kind of strategy, you are then going to work your way up to the tier 2 and eventually the tier 3, bouncing those referral bonuses. So you can plan almost an entire kind of 6 months to a year of vacations just utilizing a two-player setup and just bouncing referral codes on the three major Hilton credit cards. While I understand not many people are going to have the appeal for that highest tier $550 Hilton card, if you just complete the first two tiers of the Hilton ladder, you are only going to have $300 worth of justifiable annual fees, which we'll talk about in the next part of the video. You'll have around $2,000 worth of Hilton Honors points, as well as four free night credits that can have a combined value of up to $4,000, guys. These free night credits can be utilized in properties such as the Waldorf Astoria in Hawaii, the Maldives, Cabo San Lucas, Beverly Hills. The list can go on and on. But these free night credits are by far the driving factor of why I've gone all in the Hilton ecosystem. And the way we are going to continue to generate these free night credits after the sign up offer is through our daily driver being the Hilton Surpass. The Hilton Surpass is that kind of second tier in the Hilton ecosystem, which comes with a $150 annual fee, which by far I believe is one of the easiest justifiable annual fees in the entire credit card game. And that is because this credit card is going to come with $50 quarterly credits in the Hilton ecosystem. If you are not a regular traveler, this may be on the more difficult side to use, especially as because they patched that kind of gift card trick they were able to use in the past. But if you stay at a Hilton ecosystem maybe 2-3 times a year, this is already going to wipe out the annual fee. But my favorite benefit by far is the food and beverage credit that comes with Hilton Gold status. And that is because Hilton Gold status spreads not only to you, but your guest that comes with you on the same stay. And this food and beverage credit is going to get you $15 per you and your guests every day that you stay at a Hilton place. The last trip I did at the Hilton Curio in Clearwater, Florida, me and my wife, every single day that we were there, we had a 3-night stay. We're able to capitalize on this $30 benefit. So in theory, we had a free breakfast every single day, or one day where we were poolside on the rooftop pool, we were able to order drinks from the bar and credit it to the room, thus triggering this credit. So it is extremely flexible, especially if you are staying regularly at Hilton properties. So from a free night perspective, as well as longevity of capitalizing on the Hilton ecosystem, every single calendar year, if you allocate $15,000 to spend on this credit card, you will trigger an additional free night credit. So again, if you have a player two and you do this twice, again, that'll be two additional free night credits every single year. And that's not even counting the Hilton points that comes with spending this amount of money. But the way I navigate around it is I pay for insurance for not only me and my father, and my wife pays for her car insurance with her and her mother. So if we just place both of these insurances on the credit card over the calendar year, we are already about 75% of the way there. So instead of just having it auto pulled from your debit account, you can just place it on a credit card statically, and this alone will credit us an additional free night credit every single year. You can do this with tax payments, with any other bill around the house that you want to, that you do not have another credit card to place it on. This would be an amazing opportunity. But again, guys, this is where I give my same disclaimer every single video. Remember to pay your credit card off at the end of every statement period. Any interest occurred along the way will eliminate any benefits that you will get from the credit card points and miles game. Now, since I can already see the future of the comments of the Hilton ecosystem, usually getting that zero point 0.6 cents per point floor of each and every one of your points, when you take into consideration the multipliers on the Hilton Surpass when we're striving for that additional free night credit, in my opinion, aren't bad at all. That 6x that you can expect to get back on dining, groceries, as well as gas. If we take a zero point 0.6 cents per point valuation, that's around 3.6%. I am fine with that. That is online with all other Chase credit cards, the Capital One Saver, the Bilt MasterCard. And I am fine with that if I know I am going to be utilizing these points on Hilton stays regardless. The 4x back on online retail, which I think is a super cool multiplier, again, at a zero point 0.6 cents per point floor, is around 2.4% on online purchases. I'm fine with that. And that 3% catch all on all other categories at a zero point 0.6 cents per point valuation is around 1.6 to 1.8%. Again, I am fine with that just on a general tap and go credit card. So all in all, I am fine with this zero point 0.6 cents per point, as well as because I have gotten over 1 cent per point on Hilton redemptions. So the higher your redemption is on a cents per point value, the more close to these multipliers you are actually going to be getting on every single one of your purchases. Now that we've talked about the free night credits, the ease of barrier to entry, especially if you have a two-player setup, and additional free night credits on top of the sign-up bonus, let me show you guys some of the redemptions I've made later this year on being a Hilton-centered setup. So utilizing the free night credits, I am super excited about this one. I just booked the Palazzo Manfredi in Rome. This hotel, guys, is overlooking the Roman Colosseum, and I was stalking the page over and over to hopefully see a standard room availability open up. And after about kind of 3 or 4 weeks of doing this, I logged in one day and saw a standard room redemption available. So I got on the phone because, as we know, to utilize these free night credits, you got to call support. I called support and was able to secure the resort. This place looks insane, guys. They have a Michelin star restaurant on site, which I will definitely be utilizing, as well as they are offering ridiculous accommodations because of the level of the resort. I'll show you guys an email that I received from them where they're offering to pick me up in a Lamborghini Huracan or a Rolls Royce at an additional expense. While I'm not going to be doing this because the cost is ridiculous, it is just an amazing opportunity to be able to stay at a resort like this. And I'm also staying 2 nights at a 5-star SLH resort in the Hilton ecosystem. So my entire Europe stay, with the exception on where I'll be at a wedding venue and staying kind of with a bunch of friends, I will be staying at both of these Hilton resorts, being 5-star resorts booked solely either with free night credits or Hilton points I've earned along the way. All in all, guys, I am having an amazing time navigating through the Hilton ecosystem, kind of switching up that World of Hyatt footprint that I've had, and just enjoying the fruits of my labor throughout navigating through the credit card points and miles game. As we know, anything can change. Earlier this year, I had zero intention of doing this, but that's the beauty of the credit card points and miles game, guys. You can change your strategy over and over and over again as long as you are doing it responsibly and paying off the credit card balances at the end of every single period. Let me know down below how you are navigating through the credit card apocalypse, if you're still applying for premium credit cards or if you're pivoting and going another route. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, I have another hotel centered credit card video right here for you guys, and I'll catch you guys at the next one.